Now, let's move to another technique, the third technique, which is a very important one, which we have spoken since yesterday about stress, emotional regulation, even conflicts, uncomfortable emotions. And you remember we were talking about mindful introspection. Now, mindful introspection. Now we are changing the gears completely from meetings and that part, thinking part. We have come completely into emotions. Emotions, mindful introspection. Over the years, research has continuously proven that introspection does two things. One, it pacifies our amygdalic and limbic reactions. And second, it builds the overall strength of resilience. Now, introspection simply means being aware of my body sensations. Being aware of my body sensations is introspection. It's very simple, but again, simple in theory, but practice, it's a skill. Now, how do we use it? We are talking about this technique whenever I am feeling any uncomfortable emotion. So I am angry, I am stressed out, I am anxious, I am overwhelmed, I am, feeling, I am having a bad mood, anything that I am feeling. What I do is I follow a three-step formula. The first step is P. So three steps are PIL. Pause, inside, locate. P for pause. Whenever I am getting any uncomfortable emotion, the first thumb rule is pause. Whenever it is possible, please pause. And pause means don't do anything, don't say anything, because under the amygdala, under the uncomfortable emotion, whatever we will do, very high probability it will be wrong, it will be damaging, it will be destructive. So pause is very important. We need to give this message to our mind: uncomfortable emotion, pause. So that's the first step, pause. Second step is I go inside. Most of the time when uncomfortable things happen, we tend to, talk about other things, how other situations are troubling us, how other people are troubling us. Rarely we go inside. But the whole game of stress, anxiety, emotions is actually happening in the playground, which is here inside. So we got to go inside. Okay. So next instruction is inside, go inside. When I go inside, what do I do? Is the third step, which is called L, locate the sensations, the most critical and important step. Now, what does it mean? Whenever we feel any emotion, you would realize that it is getting reflected in your body. If I'm feeling angry, my face might feel hot. If I'm feeling afraid, it's reflected in my stomach, butterflies. Yeah. If I'm feeling heavy, pressurized, overwhelmed, possibly my head will become heavy. There are some body parts you would realize that it is reflecting in a larger way. So what we need to do is, and we don't have to be very accurate and scientific about it. The first reflection where this emotion is getting reflected, just take your attention there and become aware of that sensation in that moment. What we are doing is we are actually experiencing that emotion in our body physically. Okay. PIL. Now, as we do this, okay, and that's where the mindfulness practice comes handy, because it will be very difficult that you are getting angry and you are just locating your sensations. You will say, let it go. I mean, let me first blast this person out and then I'll do what PIL and whatever. Okay. So it will require practice over a period of time. But as we go to the sensations, the whole idea is to stay there in a very alert manner, in a very non-judgmental, non-reactive manner. That's a skill. So I'm not trying to change it. I'm not trying to put it away. I'm just with there. It's like, uh, emotion is, believe me, we have got such a bad relationship with our emotions. Think about it. Emotion is a voice which is coming from inside us. And what we try to do, we try to shoo it away. We just try to divert it. Now, imagine the emotion is like a kid, our kid. If our kid comes with some trouble, what will we do with our kid? Will we just try to say, no, just don't go, don't trouble me, or we'll try to deviate ourselves? No, we will hug it. We will hug the kid. We will listen to the kid very patiently. We'll be aware. We will be paying attention. And that's how the whole thing will get over. That's the relationship we actually need with our emotions, because we have become an enemy. We consider emotions as enemy. We try to shoo it away. And think about it, if we don't value, we don't respect, we don't listen to our own emotions, how can other person will? So we got to become first respectful and attentive to our emotions. And one of the best ways to do that is this technique of introception, because I'm completely aware of what's happening right now without saying no, it is wrong, without saying no, it is right. There are words coming in. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that body sensation. It keeps me there. Now, psychologically, what it does? Psychologically, as we are focusing on one thing, you remember, whenever we focus on one thing, the mind, which is turbulent and agitated, it starts to settle down. Okay, so again, that play of prefrontal cortex and amygdala starts to come. Okay, and again, we have this lesser amygdalic activity. We have higher prefrontal cortex, and as you continue with that emotion, with that sensation, for a period of, let us say, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know, I mean, depends on the intensity, you would realize that the intensity has gone down. The intensity of stress, intensity of pain, intensity of anything has gone down. Problem has not changed. Problem remains the same. Situation remains the same. But my agitation, my strain against it, it settles down. I'm in a much better position to now look at it neutrally, as Rohit was mentioning, and I'm now able to take the decision what is right, what is not. But this exercise for a few minutes is important. Now, if we try to use this exercise for bigger aspects of our life, believe me, at this point it will be like Everest. So how do we use this exercise? Is in two ways. First, use this exercise when there are very little things happening. So for example, now we don't go into the traffic, but let's just say we are in traffic and feeling a bit irritated, small irritation. We got up in the morning and we got a little bad mood. We use that. Okay, don't use it in very extreme situations. It will not work at this point of time. The second way to work is working proactively with it. So this is where this tool as a proactive tool come. This is 5-minute introception exercise. My suggestion to you is use introception once in a week as a proactive action, where you just sit for 5 minutes and notice, how am I feeling right now? At every point of time, we have some emotions which are going, a mixture of emotions. And where is my body part? Which body part is feeling it more?